Okay, hey guys, I'm gonna try to re-record what I did a little bit earlier on Instagram. It kind of failed a little bit because the reception was really bad, so everything was kind of, blurry, pixelated. So, thanks for the 5 people that watched. um, so this month, October, is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and I wanted to take the opportunity to share my own personal story with breast cancer with everyone, just spread awareness myself. So just to get right into it, October of last year, I was diagnosed with stage 2 invasive ductal carcinoma, and that is a type of breast cancer. Since then, I have completed 8 rounds of dose-dense chemo, 2 surgeries, and 33 rounds of radiation. And I am doing great. This month marks 1 year since my cancer diagnosis, and it's a big month for me. So I guess just to, give you guys a little bit of a background to kind of understand the breast cancer and my own journey. My journey with it. I was 35 at the time of diagnosis, and I actually found my cancer myself. So I was doing floor exercises at home for a bulging disc in my spine. And that particular night, I decided, I don't know why, I don't know what made me do this, but I ran my hand over my chest and my breasts, and my hand stopped on my left breast because I felt a lump there, and I don't remember feeling that there before. So that was weird. That's like the best word to describe it, but I wasn't scared, I wasn't worried. I didn't know how I was feeling, but this is because prior to feeling this lump, I had no history, family history of cancer. So that's not what my mind automatically went to. But I went ahead and emailed my doctor because I'm like, this is kind of weird. I've never felt this before, and let me just find out what's going on here. So emailed my doctor. She calls me the next day to schedule a mammogram and biopsy. I get that done 3 days later, and about a long week later, she calls me and she says, Yvonne, the lump that you found is cancer. And again, at this moment, I think I was just in shock. I didn't even know how to feel. I said, Dr. Wong? She's like, yeah. I'm like, it doesn't even sound like you. I think in that moment I was just like, oh my gosh, what the heck is going on? So, I called my sister, and I told her, but then she asked me if I was going to tell my mom, and then I said, no, I don't think so. And she's like, I think you should. And I was like, I don't think so. And simply for the reason, I did not want to worry her or anyone else for that matter. And thinking back, I probably chose my younger sister to call because she's studying to be a nurse, and she, I don't know, she probably, I felt like she was going to take this information and just be okay in that time. I never ever stopped to ask her about it, but I'm going to now. But yeah, I was lucky that she remained calm over the phone, and she really assured me, and I felt okay after telling her about that. But eventually I told my whole family, my mom, dad, my sisters, and my brother, and they were the only ones that knew for a little bit of time because, the cancer diagnosis was still a big shock to me, and I was trying to figure it out, and I didn't know what it was, and I wasn't ready to tell people because I was, again, trying to figure it out myself. So, but now I am. Here I am a year later. I'm ready to talk about it. Because I've learned so much in this year alone. In my 36 years of life, I've learned so much, and I truly believe that my cancer is a blessing, and I believe that I I needed this in my life. It really woke me up, you know, like really opened my eyes. And I love life. I love my life. I love myself. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. So just for you ladies, I just wanted to urge you to check your breasts and under your arms daily, weekly, monthly, whatever works for you, to be your own advocate for your health, right? You know, cancer does not discriminate. Again, I had no history of cancer in my family at the time of diagnosis. I did genetic testing. I think they tested 18 genes. All came back negative. You know, I wasn't a smoker. I mean, there's a lot of things, but I just, and you know, I was otherwise very, very healthy. All my labs, everything came back normal all the time. And even till this day, after getting chemo and radiation, I get my vitamin levels checked. And, you know, I've been mostly vegetarian, pescatarian these days. Vegan. I don't really do much dairy anymore. But funny enough, my B12, D, C, you know, levels were good. So I'm like, okay. But I'm happy. I'm so grateful that my body has been so resilient throughout this whole ordeal and this whole journey. I guess, yeah. So just wanted to urge you women, you ladies out there, it's cancer doesn't discriminate. So any chance that you get, check your breasts, check under your armpits, feel for anything that wasn't there before, get it checked out. There's resources out there if you're unable to get it done because of finances or you're tight on money. There's resources out there for women, you know, we are in control, like in somewhat in aspects of our life. And so I was very lucky to have caught my cancer at stage 2. It was 1.6 centimeters, and after chemo, it shrank down to half the size. And you know, and so I mean, right now I'm doing really, really good. So you know, yeah, I think that's just the biggest thing I wanted to share with you guys today is that get checked. Usually, you know, doctors don't recommend mammograms until after 50, but that's why it's so important for us to check ourselves and be our own advocates. But with that, I excuse me, I hope everyone has a great Tuesday and a great week, and just wanted to remind you to slow it down every day. Don't forget to breathe, and hug your loved ones a little tighter. Tell them I love you, and try not to put things off for another day, because that's what I've learned. I've learned that when I say, oh, tomorrow or next time, there might not be a next time, you know? So I'm going to try my best to do what I want to do, see the people that I want to see, when I want to see them, and that's going to be life. You know, that's living life in that moment and doing what makes you happy. So here's to all the beautiful women that I've met along my journey, breast cancer warriors, survivors, women that have been affected, co-survivors. I love you all, and yes, let's really try to be aware and be there for each other. And yeah, that's all I got to say for today. So hopefully you guys have a great week. And if there's any questions that you may have for me, please send them my way. Text me, message me, call me. I'll be more than happy to answer. But yeah, life is beautiful. Life is great. So appreciate every day. And don't forget to breathe. Bye, guys. Talk to you later.